are with somebody that you respect and that you love and that's your person, they're just going to get that. They're going to know that you're not going to be out doing things that would be disrespectful to them. But in the same aspect, they don't need to control you. You don't need to control them. And in terms of being empathic and having this sort of open membrane to your soul's existence, you do have to find really active ways of helping yourself. Some of those being sleep. I myself recharge by sleeping, going inside myself, not having to have all of this external stimulus, art, painting, drawing, music, dance, theater, anything creative. I have to do that, and I have to do it kind of by myself. Like, I just want to be in my zone, and I don't want to be bugged when I'm there. It's like it's an essential part of filling up what I need to fill up to come back into the world. The way I eat, I have to eat the way I like to eat. I know that there's social norms where, in families, they might want you to eat the common food, or it's disrespectful to maybe eat, not eat what everybody else is eating. I have a certain type of body. I have to eat really natural food. Otherwise, everything in my system doesn't function well. So that's something that, I take a lot of stuff with me everywhere I go, my supplements, everything to kind of ground my essence, because of course, with the way the world is today, we are not getting all of the nutrients. Our soil is depleted. We're not getting everything we used to get. Plus, there's all of these chemicals that go into the water. And myself, I need things to be very, very clean and pure, just so that my entire vehicle feels, at its best, ready to conquer the things that I need to conquer. The other thing too is like massive conversations. And this is just for me. This is not necessarily going to be for everybody, but this may resonate with some people. When there's large groups of people, and this also can kind of tie into being an introvert, but when there's too many conversations going on around me, especially in a big group, I find it extremely overwhelming. I'm the type of empathic person or introverted person, even though I can be an extrovert and all the things I do when it's necessary, where I like to be very tuned in or zoned into somebody's energy. I don't like it to kind of be bounced around, and I don't want to say inauthentic, but I like to go deep. I like to really make the conversations that I'm having about something that's substantial, that's going to create growth for both parties, or just have fun. But whatever it is, it's difficult for me to do it in large groups. And so for myself, I always try to either be the event planner so that I can kind of just host everything and serve that way. Or again, I come for a little bit and then I've got to dip out because it's just too overwhelming to my energy centers. The other thing I find for myself, being a Pisces, I need water. So I need to, I do like cold showers a couple times a day. I swim. I have, waterfalls in my backyard. I have to hear the sound of water. I find it very calming. Hydration. You need water. I need water. Everybody needs water. But our bodies are, high percentage of water. So keeping yourself very hydrated, super important. Making sure that you pay attention to sounds. I'm really sensitive to sound. Like if there's buzzing and beeping and like chaos, absolutely not good in terms of being an empathic person. So I try to limit those things and have as much calming sounds around as possible. So I do a lot of like meditative music and those kind of things because it just calms your whole aura. So that or else silence, silence is nice. You don't always have to have the TV chattering in the background. That's one thing I never do is watch TV. I have no desire to know about the terrible things that are happening in the world, especially if I can't do anything about it. It's one thing if I can help. I've put on lots of charity galas. There's things that I've done. I love to help. But if it's not something that I can do or help with, I don't want to know about the chaos. It doesn't help my brain, it doesn't help my body, it doesn't help my journey. Unless it's something that, again, that I can integrate into part of my service here. But as an empath, you want to really limit the amount of external information that's coming in, especially just garbage information that's not going to help you. Gossip, TV, anything from the social matrix that is going to cloud your mind with negativity. You can tell I'm tired today. I'm so tired. Normally my brain is just like on, but I'm in this exhaustion state. And I mean, I've been working a lot too. So there's that balance too, where when you're going at a high velocity and you're forcing yourself to go, the other thing that I think that you really have to understand is you're going to have bad days. You're going to have days where you just feel low, and that's part of it. They can't all be good days. And in those moments, you have to forgive yourself, and you have to just be like, look, this is what my higher self, this is what I need to cocoon myself in these moments, and that is okay. I'm like my number one hardest person on myself, and I've spent the majority of this morning, even though I was working, just pissed off at my energy. Just like, what is going on? Why are you in this low vibe? Like, get out of it. You can pull yourself out of this. And I just couldn't. And so again, the only thing I can do is like be easy on myself and be like, okay, tomorrow's going to be a better day, a new day. You're going to sleep it off. And you just know that, hey, sometimes these shitty, low energy days are going to happen, and it is 100% what it is, and you've got to let it go. Not being too much in your head, especially if you are kind of having a day where you're just feeling like, oh, everything in my world is off. Just let it be. There's nothing you can do about it. Sometimes you can't make it all sunshine and rosy and, positive thinking, whatever. I mean, I am one of the most positive people I've ever met in a lot of ways, but I still have these days where I just am like, WTF, it is what it is. A few other things you can do is just freaking cry, put on sad music and cry. Sometimes that really helps, actually, to just honestly feel sorry for yourself, feel bad about everything that's going on. And sometimes you have to do that. I mean, I actually think it helps, because when you try to pretend like everything is okay and it's not okay, then you're just kind of lying to yourself. Going for a walk, having a cold shower, going for a workout, although I feel like not working out at all today. And normally I work out twice a day, and I couldn't even remotely get myself to go for a walk. And there's no particular reason for it. Like, that's the strangest thing, is that there's nothing that I did that should make me feel like this in terms of my normal routine. I've done everything right. I went for a nice big long hike yesterday and went to the river and actually did a cold plunge in a mountain stream. I should feel good. But again, for me, being very empathic and being very much also a little bit of an introvert, when I have a consistent sort of string of events back to back, being in the school, dealing with different personalities, customer service, all of the things that are continually, demanded of my energy. And obviously, if you're watching this video, you probably have some of the similar experiences, whatever you're doing in your job or your companies that you're running or your family situation. There are times where you're going to feel very overwhelmed by others' energy, and it can be that simple. It can be as simple as just you have had an energy overload of other human beings' presences, and that is what is kind of sucked your energy. Because when you're out there, you're giving, well, most of the time, you're giving what you are, your conversation, your problem solving, your creativity, your kind words, whatever it is, you're giving of yourself. And you can't continually do that without recharging somehow. And so being okay to have a shit day is a good thing. It's a healthy thing to just kind of sit in your miserable state and allow that to be. So I don't even know if this is a useful video at all. I'm just doing it because I'm tired of pacing around my house and being frustrated with the fact that I have nothing positive coming from this day at all. I'm just kind of a useless organism. But here we go. Hopefully somebody else is having one of those days and feels like maybe this video helped them a little bit. Yeah, so that's that.